thing that's concerning about the data from the census is comparability. So, we looked at charts. Here's one of the charts we looked at, the occupied housing units. We had the local number up here, the state here, and the national there. What does that mean? I mean, to me, I'm an analyst, I don't even know, because how is a community like McPherson supposed to compare to the state number? How is a community supposed to compare to the national average? And so one of the things that the Kansas Housing Research Project is going to do next is to try to increase the quality of data that's available for every community, as well as trying to improve some ways that data can be put into context by having ways that it can be compared more directly to measures that show you what those numbers mean. So the first thing we're going to do is phase 2 of the housing data reports, which is taking that 84-page census-based data that I talked about and working with their local communities, the city and the county, to actually look and collect information on the specific circumstances in the community so that we can then replace that data that's only collected once every 10 years and then statistically estimated with the actual snapshots each year of what's happening in the community. The other thing we're going to do is create rural housing indexes. So if we take groups of communities that are similar in size, similar in terms of their position within the state of Kansas, and create some indexes, then you can look at your local number and say, okay, this is what this means in comparison to looking at similar sized communities with similar demographics. And so that's another thing that the Kansas Housing Research Project is going to be doing this year. The other thing that it's going to be focused on is the Kansas Housing Database. We live in an era where capturing information is incredibly important. We now have the technology to do it. We now have hard drives and servers and computers, and so we can go out and gather information about communities or about anything. We can capture that information and we can save it. When it comes to things like housing data, if you don't capture it 1 year, it's gone. Unless a realtor has happened to keep track of the vacancies in houses or apartments, unless somebody has happened to take the time to research and write it down, once you're out of that year and into the next one, the opportunity to capture that information is gone forever. And so what we want to do, since the Census Bureau doesn't actually go to the communities and get this information year over year, we think that somebody should be doing that. And so the Kansas Rural Housing Conference is going to go to communities each year and work with those communities to capture that information and start building a long-term database of local data. Because the other thing is, not only does the Census Bureau not do a great job because they have to estimate things because they can't afford to go do that research every year, they may not be doing it much longer. There's debate year after year about whether to do away with the American Community Survey, because as you can imagine, even though it's just statistical analyses, it's still very, very expensive, and our federal government doesn't have a whole lot of extra money laying around. And so if that program stops, that's one of the few organizations that actually tries to estimate these numbers every year. And if that's gone, and then we suddenly realize, oh my gosh, we should be doing this for ourselves as a Kansas community or local communities, then we have to start from scratch. We don't have any historical information at that point to work off of. So we need to start now. We need to start now working together to capture and compile the data, just to be able to share it and to have it, to archive it. And so that's the other thing that the Kansas Housing Research Project is going to be focused on in the year ahead. And there's a lot more to come.